Hey everybody, DeLongShot Signatures here. This is episode 95 of my TTM returns. Gotten 8 successes to start this week on a Tuesday for 21 autographs, bring me to 1,809 on the year. Really nice to have a week start off like this. Looks like the mail might be picking up a little bit more. Had been kind of slow the past 2 weeks. Thankfully, I was able to get some in-person graphing done, almost 200 autographs at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indy GP and Indy 500. I thought about going one more day, but just, decided not to. A couple things came up, so it didn't make sense to go. But still really enjoyed that experience, and hopefully with these returns coming in, as well as me starting to work on a new set of stuff to send out, we'll be able to keep this up. So we're going to start off with some hockey here. First one is coming back from a former NHL right winger who played over 1,000 games in the league. He is now a head coach for the AHL team, the Utica Comets. Got back 4 of 4 in just under 1,000 days from Kevin Dineen. It's got my 98 Pacific card, as well as 3 different cards from 90-91 sets. So got the Upper Deck, the Pro Set, and the Score. Like I said, he coaches in the AHL. When I originally sent to him, I sent to the San Diego Gulls. He is no longer the head coach there, has since been hired, like I said, by the Utica Comets. Then we got another 4 of 4 success from a former hockey player on the same card sets. This guy was a defenseman, played almost 1,000 games, but he is now part of the Vancouver Canucks Alumni Association, which has turned out to be a really good resource for getting a lot of these former players. So here is 4 of 4 from Jyrki Luma, I think is how it's pronounced. I forgot to look that up before doing the video. But like I said, got the same card sets from him. These early 90s staples for NHL collecting. And then a 98 Pacific as well, where he was still with the Canucks. Then we have a former NHL goaltender. This guy signed both of my photos and then included 2 of his own, which he signed. So got back 4 of 2 from Gilles Gilbert. I probably butchered that pronunciation. But so he signed, like I said, both of those photos. Started off his career with the North Stars. Spent a majority of his time with the Boston Bruins, where he had a lot of success. He was never really a top goaltender at any point, but he was generally the starter or like the 1B and with another good goalie as well. So he racked up a lot of wins, especially in his time with the Bruins. But he never really had any exceptional play. So his save percentage was around the 880s, which in the 70s was pretty average for a goaltender. Guys weren't expected to make very many saves. The numbers that we see from goaltenders now, maybe not this season, but in seasons past, have just been historically like way up there, and it's been unseen for almost the entire history of hockey. There's very few players that have like above a 920 career save percentage, but a lot of the guys are able to post that year in and year out. It seems like even a 910 save percentage is pretty tough to get. But the big thing for him was that his goals against average was pretty low compared to the rest of the league. So he didn't face very many shots, but he would often let 1 or 2 slip by him during a game. But he didn't allow so many goals per game that it cost his team wins. So he was able to rack up almost 200 wins in his career, despite how he was never really like the true number 1 starter. And he played most of his 20s, and after his 30s, his career really fell off. So to be able to accomplish that is pretty impressive in and of itself. So he had himself a really nice career. Then we got some college hockey head coaches. First one here is a 2 of 2 success from UMass Lowell head coach Norm Bazin, who signed on the back, which has been a pretty common theme with these coaches. He's had a lot of success with that team. I think he also coached at Hamilton for a few years. and he won a Division I Coach of the Year award. He took his team to a Frozen Four appearance, and I think he's been considered to take over for Jerry York, who retired recently. I don't know if they've made a decision on that yet and chose another guy, or if they're still looking, but he has a very impressive track record for how relatively short his career has been so far. It's really cool to get that one. This other guy also signed on the back, not much of a signature, so I think I remember the name, but this is coming back from Sacred Heart head coach CJ Maritolo, something like that. So again, signed on the back, but he's been the head coach there for quite some time, I think since 2009, which is about the time I started getting into hockey. A lot of these guys have really long coaching tenures. You really don't see very many changes at the college level for hockey coaches. And generally, if they do leave, it's because they're moving on to a different school to fill in that vacancy. So it's pretty similar to the NHL in that once you're a coach, you're kind of a lifer at that point. There's not very many new names getting thrown into the ringer all that often. So that's it for the hockey stuff. Then we have an NFL return. This guy is 97 years old. He's a former second overall pick. Surprised he's still signing, and he's got a really cool connection to another great TTMer. But this is a 2 of 2 success from former NFL running back William Dub Jones. So this one, it looks like he signed twice. Probably wasn't sure whether one of them showed up, so signed it again. Take it for what it is. But he is the father of former NFL MVP Burt Jones, who played quarterback, of course played for the Colts. So that's a really cool connection there. But like I said, he's 97 years old. He was drafted in 1946. I think it was 2 picks ahead of, I think, Johnny Lujack, the former Heisman winner. So that's really cool to see that he's still signing, he's still around. Not very many, if even like maybe even 10, 20 players still alive from that era. So really cool to get him. But he was pretty good as a running back, but he was also a really good receiver out of the backfield. So very versatile player. I think he played 1 season on defense, got a couple interceptions, and he threw the ball a couple times. But really, really awesome to get those. Then to end off, we got 2 baseball returns. First one here is a 2 of 2 success on some 1990s trading cards. Got Oddibe McDowell. So this one's kind of hard to see even with the blue. But he personalized it, put Landon Blessings, and then there's a Bible verse on the bottom there, but I can't read it from here. And then he signed a 90 Donruss. Shout out to Brandon Stebbins. This one came out awesome in the blue. So really cool to get that. It took about, I think, 2 months for him. And then last one here is a recent Hall of Fame inductee into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. He was a right fielder, Rookie of the Year, 8-time All-Star, Gold Glove winner, and batting title champion. Was inducted by the Veterans Committee. So got 1 of 1 with a $20 fee from Tony Oliva on this 8x10 photo. Came out great, great spot, signed it in blue. That's another great addition to the Baseball Hall of Fame collection. I think I just sent out to 1 or 2 more Hall of Famers. I know one for sure. I don't remember if the other guy is a Hall of Famer. We'll hopefully be able to add some more to that one. But really glad to add him. He was just announced not too long ago that he'll be part of the 2022 class. So his accomplishments mainly stem from his personal accolades with the different awards I just mentioned that he won. His career numbers really don't stack up, so I think that's why he probably wasn't voted in by the writers. But it's really nice that they have a Veterans Committee that'll go back and right some of the wrongs and get some of these guys who maybe didn't have every aspect of a Hall of Famer, but I mean, accruing those kind of accolades is not easy at all. You know, you might be able to get a Rookie of the Year. That doesn't necessarily make you a Hall of Famer. You might be able to make a couple All-Star games, but to make that many and then have those other awards as well, that's not easy to do. And just because you don't have the numbers doesn't mean you shouldn't be deserving. But let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm working on some new stuff to send out. Bunch of new names, bunch of stuff I researched. Hopefully that gives you guys some TTM ideas in the future. Been doing a lot better about organizing my stuff. I don't know. Should I wait till the end of the year to start doing binder recaps again? Because I did them during the winter of last year, or should I do them in the summer? Maybe split the difference, do them in the fall. Let me know what you guys think. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.